Another radio message received. We begin the landing process now, and in moments the plane shudders slightly, begins a descent as though caught in some great unseen elevator. The downward motion is negligible, and we touch down with only a slight jolt. 11:45 hours. I am making a hasty last entry in the flight log. Several men are approaching on foot toward our aircraft. They are tall with blonde hair. In the distance is a large shimmering city pulsating with rainbow hues of color. I do not know what is going to happen now, but I see no signs of weapons on those approaching. I hear now a voice ordering me by name to open the cargo door. I comply. End log. I mean, that's the flight log.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite over, is it?
Well, no. I mean, that's just the log of his flight.
Right. While he was in the plane.
Yeah. I guess what happens is, were you going to say something?
Yeah. I was just looking at the timeline of this flight log. Supposedly the timeline is February 19, 1947. Operation Highjump, I was just looking at that while you were reading that over. The timeline of Operation Highjump, it commenced on August 26, 1946, and it ended in late February 1947. So before we started recording, we were debating this, but there is a possibility that it actually happened because Operation Highjump ended in late February. The expedition was terminated due to the early approach of winter and worsening weather conditions. So there's no reason why he wasn't actually in Operation Highjump business when that flight log was written. You know what I mean? You with me?
So you're saying this flight actually happened
immediately after Highjump.
Oh.
Immediately, like
they were on their way home. And then boom, they filled him up and they said, all right, you're going tomorrow.
Or maybe he just did it himself. Was there any particular reason for that flight? Or he was just bored? It's like, oh man, Highjump was boring, so I got to do something.
Well, it was just an exploration flight. So, I mean, when you're in the military, like, I assume that has to be an order, right? You can't just do it for funsies.
It's my weekend off. I'm going to North Pole. See you guys. Was it a weekend? I don't know. I don't know if it mattered back then, because everybody was like, "Oh man, just work. It's a war. What are you doing? Don't sit down."
Yeah, weekend. What?
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you mean workday 6 and workday 7?
Yeah, exactly. So I believe both things could have happened. Earlier today, I was literally like, "Oh, that blows the whole lid off the whole thing." He never went to the North Pole, but now that I actually look at the timeline, yes, I can see both things happening.
It's possible.
There's more potential.
Yeah, depending on what they consider late February ending Highjump.
Right.
So
and then moving into Operation Windmill.
I mean, is it possible Highjump was still going on and he decided to book it back to the U.S.?
Oh man, that's treason.
I mean, maybe they ordered him back. They say, hey, you know what? Why don't you shoot up to the North Pole, see if you can flank them?
While whoever went down the South Pole they went into the Hollow Earth from the South Pole and they wanted to go to the North Pole to get them?
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they went to the South Pole to find the Nazis or whatever. And then they were like, hey, Admiral, why don't you go to the North Pole, fly in through the Hollow Earth, and come up behind the Nazis and take them out?
That would have taken a long freaking time because, first of all, he'd have to fly the entire circumference from South Pole to North Pole, and then he'd have to fly the entire diameter from North Pole to South Pole.
Maybe he might have flown back to the U.S., fueled up and whatever. Maybe took a nap, had a little bite to eat, a little pizza pocket or something, or a hot pocket.
And 1947.
I don't know.
I'm following your story.
He grabbed a little bite to eat, some pizza rolls.
And they're like, Dickie Byrd, come on, man, you got to go to North Pole. Let's go. You ain't got time to sit down.
Yeah, he said, hold on, let me finish my tang.
There's no tang.
Oh, yeah, there's not
astronauts. Yet. We're still 20 away.
There?
We're 20 years away from astronauts. Oh, so that was another technology they got from the